So long as these problems are not solved, so long as ignorance and poverty remain on earth, these words cannot be useless.
Blank Conversations Theatre Company presents the third of 7 broadcasts based on Victor Hugo's compelling novel, Les Miserables. Gus David Sanchez, actor and director, plays the role of Jean Valjean in this presentation, which Orson Welles has adapted especially for radio. And Ed Montes is also heard as he reads from the book itself. Each episode pictures the development and the progress of Valjean, and last week introduced Fantine and Javert.
I gave you the candlesticks that you stole from me. I have purchased your soul. I withdraw it from the spirit of perversity, and I give it to Almighty God. So spoke the Bishop of Digne to a thief and a galley slave named Jean Valjean. And from the moment he left him, Jean Valjean was another man. He was Monsieur Madeleine. In time, he was the mayor of Montreux. He had sold the bishop's silver, keeping only the candlesticks, and with this money he made more. He was established in Montreux, the owner of a great factory and a public official, a quiet, hopeful man having but 2 thoughts: to conceal his name and to sanctify his life, to escape from men and to return to God. But a shadow had fallen across the destiny of Jean Valjean, the shadow of a man in a flat hat and a long coat, a man carrying a stick. Javert.
Monsieur Madeleine?
Yes, Inspector Javert. Good morning. Well, what's the matter?
Your Honor, I wish to report a criminal act.
Yes, Inspector?
An inferior agent of the government has been lacking in respect to a magistrate. It's my duty to bring the fact to your knowledge.
Who is this agent?
I, monsieur.
You, Inspector.
I.
And who is the magistrate who has to complain of this agent?
You, monsieur. I came to ask you to be so kind as to discharge me.
This is absurd.
You will say that I may tender my resignation, but to resign is honorable. I must be discharged.
Javert, what is all this nonsense?
Your Honor, I have denounced you.
You denounced me?
Yes, monsieur, as an ex-convict.
Yes, Javert?
For a long time I suspected you. The resemblance, your strength, your skill as a marksman. It is strange, monsieur, but everything points to one fact: that you are a man named Jean Valjean.
What name did you say?
Jean Valjean, an old convict I saw 20 years ago when I was a prison guard. For 8 years his whereabouts have been unknown. Your Honor, I fancied... Well, I have done this thing. Anger determined me, and I denounced you to the prefect.
And what answer did you get?
That I was mad.
Well...
They were right.
Javert, I am very lucky that you think so.
Yes, Your Honor, must be so. They found Jean Valjean.
What?
But they've caught him, Your Honor. He is safe in prison.
What do you mean, Javert? Who have they caught?
Jean Valjean, Your Honor. Of course you wouldn't know. Of course.
How do they know he is Jean Valjean?
It's simple, Your Honor. He looks like him. Besides, he was recognized by an old galley slave in the jail.
How did they catch him?
Stealing apples, Your Honor. He calls himself Chervinko. He had been a pruner. What was Jean Valjean? A pruner. It's very simple, Your Honor. The same age, the same height. I wrote to the justice who sent for me and brought me before this man Chervinko.
Well?
Your Honor, truth is truth. I'm sorry for it, but that man is Jean Valjean.
Are you sure of it?
Yes, I'm sure. And now that I see the real Jean Valjean, I do not see how I ever could have believed anything else. I beg your pardon.
What did this man say to you?
He is a sly one, this Jean Valjean. That is why I recognized him. He pretends not to understand. He puts on astonishment and plays innocent. But there is evidence. He will be condemned.
Where is he now?
At the court. I've been summoned to testify.
What is the charge?
Stealing apples, Your Honor. Second offense. It's the galleys for life.
When's the trial?
Tomorrow.
When do you leave?
Tonight, as soon as I've given my testimony, I shall return.
How long should the trial last?
A day at the longest, Your Honor.
I see.
Your pardon, monsieur. I must be discharged.
Javert, you're a man of honor. You may keep your place.
You can't do that. You can't do that to me.
This is a matter which concerns me alone.
You can't do it. You're a mayor and a magistrate. You have got to discharge me. I belong to the police. You're respectable. You own property. And I denounced you. Don't you know what that means?
You exaggerate your fault, Inspector. I forgive you.
You have no right to. I don't want your forgiveness, your charity, your kindness. I hate your kindness. The kindness that defends a woman of the town against a citizen, and an inferior against a superior, a police agent against the mayor. I hate that kindness. It's easy to be kind. It's hard to be just. If you had been what I thought you were, I wouldn't have been kind to you. Not at all, Your Honor. I have said to myself, Javert, you're a hard man. But if you ever trip, look out. Well, I tripped. I would have broken another man. I must be broken and stripped of my uniform, driven off, disgraced. You've got to do that to me. That's what's right. I demand my discharge.
Well, Javert, let me think about it. After all, you may not be as wrong as you think. Give me a hand, monsieur.
That must not be. The mayor does not give his hand to a spy. Your Honor, I will continue in the service until I'm relieved.
Now, Jean Valjean, also called Madeleine, had forgotten a promise. There was a young girl, Fantine. She was sick, and the good mayor had taken her from the streets and given her the care of an old nun in his hospital. Here, Fantine lay dying. Her only joy, the hope of seeing her child, her little daughter, whom she had boarded with some innkeepers in another town. Monsieur Madeleine had promised to bring the child to her.
Madeleine? Monsieur Madeleine? Why don't you answer?
There, Fantine. My child, lay back.
Must have been asleep. Where is he, Monsieur Madeleine?
The portress told me he could not come today.
Oh no, but he always comes. Always. Every day he comes here to the hospital to see me.
Fantine, be calm. You must lie down again.
Why can he come?
My child, the mayor has gone away.
Gone away? I know! He's gone for Cosette. I'm going to see her again. Remember, sister, what he said to me yesterday? Very, very soon.
Yes, my dear.
I'm so happy. Well, I feel all well. No pain at all. I'm going to see my child again.
Yes, but you mustn't talk any more.
5 years since I've seen her. I had to leave her with the innkeepers on the road when she was little. That was all I could do, sister. Because people talk and I needed a job to support us. Then there was no work. and I had to do anything to pay for her. That's how I got in my trouble. But Monsieur Madeleine was good to me. He saved me from jail. He's a mayor and he can do that. And he saved me from that wicked policeman Javert. And he's taking care of me in my sickness. And now, he's gone to get Cosette from the innkeepers and bring her to me.
I'm sure he will.
And when Cosette comes, she can lie by my side in bed. And you let her do that, won't you?
Yes, my child. Good night.
Then when she wakes, I can say good morning to her. And at night when I'm awake, I can hear her sleep. Her little breathing is so sweet.
Good night, my child.
Good night, sister. Look, there's just room.
There is one spectacle grander than the sea. That is the sky. There is one spectacle grander than the sky. That is the soul. Let us look into a soul, the soul of Jean Valjean, called Madeleine, the mayor of Montreux, Jean Valjean.
I gave you the candlesticks that you stole from me. I have purchased your soul. I withdraw it from the spirit of perversity, and I give it to Almighty God. I was wrong about you. They've got Jean Valjean. They're trying him tomorrow. It's the galleys for life. They've got Jean Valjean.
Even while listening to the words of Javert, the first impulse of Jean Valjean was to drag this poor man out of prison and put himself in his place. An impulse as painful and sharp as an incision in the living flesh. But this impulse passed away.
Well, what am I afraid of? This Javert who's troubled me? That fearful instinct which follows me? That terrible bloodhound is baffled? He's satisfied, believe me, and quiet. He holds his Jean Valjean fast, and I have nothing to do with it. Why interfere? It doesn't concern me. I've brought happiness to this place. I've done some good. It is God's will that I do more.
One can no more prevent the mind from returning to an idea than one can prevent the sea from coming to the shore. In the case of the sailor, this is called the tide. In the case of the guilty, this is called remorse.
Fantine, remember Fantine, that poor, lonely woman who longs for her child. What of her? I have promised this mother a child. Who will keep the promise? Well, this man goes to the galleys. What of it? He has stolen. Who's to say he hasn't stolen? And for me, I remain here. I go on. And this mother brings up her child, and the whole country is rich and happy and honest, while I am Madeleine. Woe to him who is Valjean. I do not recognize the man.
Jean Valjean. Jean Valjean, behold yourself, Jean Valjean, an honored man, the mayor of the city, the rich man who feeds the poor, the happy man who is admired. Jean Valjean, there shall be a man wearing your red blouse, and bearing your name, and dragging your chain in the galleys.
So struggled this unhappy soul. So struggled 1800 years before him another. He also, while the olive trees were shivering in the fierce breath of the infinite, long put away, the fearful chalice dripping with shadow and running over the darkness in the star-filled depths.
Who is it?
Monsieur Madeleine?
Well, what is it?
Monsieur, it's 5 o'clock.
What's that to me?
It's the cart.
What cart?
Is that not your horse and cart?
No.
The driver says he has kept for you. What should I say?
Say it's all right. Say I'm coming.
At daybreak, Jean Valjean was in the open country. The roads were bad from Montreux to Arras. When he got to the courthouse, it was night.
Monsieur Madeleine.
Yes.
Oh, Your Honor, you should have told me straight off that you're the mayor of Montreux. A place has been made for you on the bench, Your Honor. The judge begged you to enter.
Well, thank you.
Not at all, Your Honor. You've only to turn the brass knob of that door and you will find yourself in the courtroom. Good evening, Monsieur.
Jean Valjean was alone. He stared at the door to the courtroom. He drew breath and listened. There was no sound. He waited there, listening to the same silence. He leaned against the wall. The stone was cold. He closed his eyes.
Jean Valjean, there shall be a man bearing your name and dragging your chain in the galleys.
He opened his eyes. The first thing he saw was the handle of that door. The door to the courtroom, that round, polished brass handle. It shone there before him like a star. Then suddenly, he was in the courtroom.
Oh, Monsieur Madeleine!
Yes, that is my name.
You're not listening to me, Monsieur. Permit me to say that your presence in this court is an unexpected compliment.
Thank you.
I have not had the pleasure of your Honor's acquaintance, but we all know by reputation, at least the distinguished mayor of Montreux. And when you sit here today, we will resume the trial of Jean Valjean.
He did not need to look for him. He saw him. This was the man. He thought he saw himself, older, but just as he'd looked. Everything as it was 8 years before, early in October 1815, when he left the galleys and entered the little town of Digne. He thought he saw his trial, played by his shadow. Judges, clerks, gendarmes, a throng of heads. He'd seen all this before, 27 years before, when Jean Valjean was tried by law for stealing a loaf of bread.
We will resume the trial of Jean Valjean. Monsieur Madeleine, the prisoner is accused of stealing ripe apples. Your Excellency, the judge, Your Honor. Monsieur Madeleine.
Gentlemen of the jury, who is this man? Gentlemen, we have here no petty thief, no trespasser. We have here an outlaw, murderous galley slave. We have here Jean Valjean. This man is accused of one crime for which he is on trial, but he is wanted for another highway robbery committed for the gain of 1 penny from a small boy encountered in the fields outside of Digne. Victim of a new crime. He shall be tried again for the first.
Have you anything to say?
No, Excellency. Right. I didn't do it at all. I never stole anything. I'm a man who doesn't get something to eat every day. I picked off the ground things that were there. That's all I did.
You see, Monsieur Madeleine, There is no question of the identity. This man is obviously Jean Valjean.
Has the prisoner no witnesses? May I question him?
Certainly, monsieur.
Thank you, monsieur. Monsieur, how long have you been a pruner?
Your Honor is speaking to you, prisoner. Reply to him.
I don't know, monsieur. It's been a long time. I was a wheelwright in Paris. I earned 30 sous a day. Look here, I'm telling the truth. You have only to ask if it isn't so. Ask how stupid I am. Ask anybody. Ask. I don't know what you want of me.
Your Excellency, I beg leave to call at this time 3 witnesses, Brevet, Chineldieu, and Cochpapielle. They are convicts. They have been in the galleys with the accused.
Permission granted. Call the first witness.
Convict Brevet.
Come forward.
Convict Brevet, you have suffered infamous punishment and cannot take the oath. Position to rise.
Rise, prisoner.
Do you still recognize this man as your former fellow convict Jean Valjean?
Your Excellency, I remember him.
Convict Chineldieu.
Yes, Your Excellency.
Do you recognize this man?
Recognize him? We were on the same chain together. What's wrong, Jack? Don't you remember me?
Sit down, prisoner.
Convict Cochpapielle, do you identify the man before you?
That's 24601. Jean Valjean, his name was.
So, monsieur, you have heard the testimony of these witnesses. Have you anything to say?
I say they are liars!
I am about to sentence this man.
One moment, Your Excellency.
Order.
Your Excellency, may I be permitted a few words on behalf of the accused? I'd like to tell you about Jean Valjean.
Monsieur Madeleine, you are a man of high office. I must grant your request.
Excellency, they were right when they told you that your voucher was an outlaw. It's true. It was a galley slave. The convicts are right. 19 years he was chained. 19 long years. It's true. He was a criminal. The pennies were stolen and the loaf of bread and the bishop was robbed. But mark you, gentlemen, the galleys make the galley slaves. Before the galleys, this man was a poor peasant, an idiot. He was changed in the galleys. He was stupid. He was made wicked. He was a lark. He became a firebrand. He was saved later by indulgence and kindness, as he was lost by severity. You won't understand this. There are some things which cannot be told. I cannot relate to you the story of Jean Valjean's life. Someday you will know it. He's done what he could. He's done what he could. He's disguised himself under another name. His desire to enter again amongst honest men. It seems this cannot be. Gentlemen, your prisoner is not he who is on trial before you. Release this man. He is innocent. What is done at this moment, God beholds from on high. This man is no convict, no outlaw, and no thief. Gentlemen, I am Jean Valjean. Believe me.
Prisoner, 23709 is your number. 2188. Your left shoulder still scarred from a burn. Is that true?
24601.
You see clearly I am Jean Valjean. You may arrest me when you choose. Good night.
Official order delivered under seal. Inspector Javert will seize the body of Madeleine, the mayor of Montreux, who has this day been identified in court as the discharged, convicted criminal Jean Valjean.
One moment, please. Oh, monsieur.
Where is she? Can I see Fantine?
Have you brought back her child?
I must see her tonight.
Have you brought her the child?
No, there's no time.
Monsieur Madeleine.
Oh, you have awakened her.
Oh, my dear little Fantine.
I knew you were there. I was asleep, but I saw you. I followed you with my eyes the whole night. Tell me, where is my Cosette? You said I might have her by my bedside.
Not yet, my child. You still have some fever. We must cure you first.
But I am cured. Let me see my Cosette. Isn't it natural I should want to see my child when you've been to all that trouble to get her? If you bring her in to see me now, I'll speak very gently.
It is better to wait, Fantine.
Oh, monsieur, tell me, how is she? She may not know me. Children have no memory like birds. You must be cold, assumedly after that trip in the carriage. Oh, could they not bring her in?
She is well. Cosette is beautiful. But you must be quiet, Fantine. Do you understand? What's wrong with you, my child?
Monsieur, he has come for me. The police.
Fantine, what are you looking at?
Inspector Javert.
Well, Jean Valjean.
I know what he wants. It's not for you that he comes.
Come along, Jean Valjean.
Monsieur Madeleine?
There is no Madeleine here. There is only Jean Valjean.
One moment, Javert. Inspector, I'd like a word with you in private.
People speak aloud to me.
It's a request I have to make to you.
Speak aloud, I tell you.
Inspector, this is not to be heard by anyone but yourself.
What's that to me? My Cosette? My Cosette?
Listen to me. You've got to. You're human. Give me just 3 days. 3 days to go for the child of this woman.
You're clever, Jean Valjean. I'll say that for you. You asked me for 3 days to get away, and you tell me you're going for the child.
My child. My child. Monsieur Madeleine? My child? She's not here? I won my child. Where is she? Where is my child?
Enough! Miserable country where galley slaves are magistrates and women of the town are nursed like countesses. All this will be changed.
Monsieur Madeleine.
I tell you, there is no Madeleine. That is a robber. There is a brigand and there is a convict. There is Jean Valjean. And I've got him.
Don't be afraid, little Fantine. 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 What's wrong with her, sister?
Requiem aeternam dona eis.
Come on now. Come on, Fantine. Fantine. Come on, Fantine. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? And you see, this woman is dead. I am at your disposal.
Blank Conversations Theatre Company has brought to life Victor Hugo's absorbing masterpiece Les Miserables, the episode which was called The Trial. The cast is as follows: Gus David Sanchez as Jean Valjean, Ed Montes as the narrator, Jeff Peckham as Javert, Emma Kenney as Nurse 1, Mara Carmona as Fantine, Erin Wendorf as Woman 2, Loren Jackson as the Bishop, Max Cline as Man 4, Calvin Chervinko as Man 5, Scott Brocato as Judge 2, Matthew Esqueda as Man 6, Doug Abbott as Fake Jean Valjean, James Boberg as Brevet, David Bruner as Chineldieu, and Sage Drake as Cochpapielle. The announcements were done by Thomas Vasquez. If you liked tonight's broadcast and wish to see continuation of programs such as these, consider donating to Blank Conversations Theatre Company. You can visit their website at www.blankconversations.org or check out their social medias. Thank you for tuning in, and be sure to tune in for next week's episode on Friday at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time as we meet Fantine's longed-for child, Cosette. Thank you, and good night.